Hey guys, it's the Standard Commander here, coming out with the first video for standard builds. Today we're going to be discussing about Jund Mount. Basically, this build is you're trying to just get Ulamog out for as fast as you can, as well as having really big stuff coming out, smacking your opponent in the face. So to start out, we're going to have two Naga Vitalists because Mana Wrap is really good, as well as it kind of fixes mana really well, especially with Aether Hub, which we're going to be talking about later on. Then we're going to have the 3 channel Initiates, which is really good because, I mean, it's a 3/4. Even if it does come in with the -1 counters on it, you get that mana ramp for any color that you need. And then it slowly gets bigger for the end game, which is phenomenal. Next thing we're going to talk about is what's going to keep us in the game. We're going to have the 4 Fatal Pushes for removal purposes because, I mean, that's going to get rid of all the basically quick things that's going to get on the board and really mess up your build. Then we're going to have here our Draughty Offshoot, 0/3 Defender. Whenever we play a land, we're going to start gaining life, which is like amazing. It's going to keep us in the game for a longer run, which is really what we need the game for. Next thing we're going to have is we're going to have 4 Champion Aronis. Great guy. I mean, he brings out Ulamog basically on the next turn that he can attack, or depending on when you play things, you can bring out Ulamog the very time that you play Champion Aronis. And then next thing we're going to have is Ronus the Indomitable. This dude is huge. He's going to help defend you. He's going to help be aggressive. Whatever you need to do. I mean, we're not playing very many things that are power 4 or more, but that's where his other ability comes into play, where we buff somebody, give a trample, and then we can block with him, or we can attack with him, or we can attack with the other guy that we buffed up. Next thing, we're going to need the 4 Aether Hubs. This helps our mana fixing with the Naga Vitalist, because, I mean, since it can produce any mana, even if it does need the energy, Naga Vitalist is going to be able to produce our red, our black, our green, whatever we need for the time being. Next thing is our Tormenting Voice. We need the draw power. We need a way to put Ulamog into the graveyard. It's going to be really great to get to put that out and just draw what you need, play, and as soon as we can get our Ulamog. Next thing is our Planeswalkers. Arlinn Kord is a really underestimated Planeswalker in Standard at the moment. I mean, her +1, giving a creature Vigilance and Haste right off the bat, is amazing. I mean, just the Vigilance alone right now with Exertion is insane. And then giving it +2/+2, that's going to help turn on our Ronus the Indomitable. It's so fantastic to have Arlinn Kord at this time. Next one we're going to have is our Liliana. And, of course, I mean, we don't need her for +1. I mean, we can use it, but it's not our main goal. Our main goal is her -3. Let's bring out Ulamog as soon as she comes out. Even if he does become as a black zombie and we don't get that cast trigger, you still have a 10/10 indestructible that makes him exile the top 20. I mean, that's great. What more do you need out of a Planeswalker? And then next thing we're going to need is our Glorybringer and our Ulamogs. We're going to need 2 copies of Glorybringer. I mean, he's a 5-drop, which is kind of hard to hit, but I mean, we do have our mana ramp to get there, so that's going to help. He's a 4/4, so he's going to turn on the Ronus, which is what we need. And then if we exert him when he attacks, we can get rid of something on their field. I mean, obviously, Glorybringer is a big play right now in Standard, so we're not going to get rid of their Glorybringer, but we can definitely get rid of something else, which is what we need. And then Ulamog, I mean, need I say more? I mean, he's 10/10, exiles 20, or exiles 2 on cast, exiles 20 on attack. I mean, he's a monster. This is what we're aiming for. This is what we need. Alright, and the rest of the land base, we're going to go with 4 swamps because we're not casting too many black spells, but we do need the double black. We really need the double black, so you may want to upgrade to the 5 and then change your mountains we discussed later on. You're going to need the 4 evolving wilds because I mean, mana fixing is great. 5 mountains, or you can have 4 mountains and 5 swamps, up to you. 5 forests because we're running a lot of green. We need that green mana. And then Blooming Marsh. I mean, it's a fast land, gives you your green, gives you your black, helps with Naga Vitalist. What more do we need? And lastly, we're going to go through the sideboard. Everything that we need to survive into the late game is going to be what we need. Trespasser's Curse is another underestimated common in Standard currently at the moment. I mean, it slows down the attacking people. Like, I mean, if we're holding people off or killing what they need, it's gonna slow them down to where like, maybe I shouldn't play a monster at this time because I don't want him gaining a life and I don't want to lose any life. Of course, Mardu vehicles isn't really gonna care about that. They're just gonna want to swing in for what they can. And then Dispossess. Of course, I mean, Aetherworks Marvel's banned now, but we still have to worry about Volt Tower, Reservoir, and all kinds of things in Mardu vehicles. So Dispossess is going to be a great thing to have for removal of those things that we just hate to face against. Then next we're going to need our 3 heroic interventions. I mean, giving yourself hexproof and indestructible is going to be amazing, especially for Ulamog. If you do manage to get him out, they're going to try to exile him or do something shenanigan-y where they're trying to get rid of him. Or your champion Ronus, or your Arland. I mean, this is just a great, like, oh, no, you can't, green card. Next, we're going to need the 3 Lost Legacies. This is going to deal with your Gideons, your anything that you want to face off against that you don't want to worry about that is not an artifact. So for like control players, you're going to play this and get rid of their negates or their council or their councils, essence scatters, metallic rebuke, whatever they're using. And then magma spray. This is definitely a big one that we're going to need, but it's going to deal with your scrap heap scroungers, and you won't have to worry about that. And then it's going to get rid of a lot of embalmed things, and we'd rather not have those guys on the field. Alright, thank you guys. This has been Jundam Out by the Standard Commander. I'm going to try to come up with more videos for Standard. I know I'm working on one for EDH.